Be that person who stretches before a flight. Shouldn't you be looking after your child? Being on airport floors that's not clean. Just watched a lady in the cafe throw hot coffee at the grill chef because he made her eggs over easy instead of over hard. It's assault. Big thanks to our tour guide who took this group photo of us. Oh yes, he definitely intentionally did this. Don't be so sensitive. Couldn't be bothered. Okay, there's two options. She should be made to buy all of them or kicked out. It's almost as if women-only spaces are made for this very reason. Working out at a women's-only gym. Man pushes BMW he received as a birthday present into a river because he was angry it wasn't a Jaguar. She was our high school yearbook's photo editor. I mean, she's making the most of her situation, but this kind of comes across as a bit insecure. Sign says restricted, do not hike. Absolutely, positively, immediately hikes right in there. This is pretty dangerous. There's a sign for a reason, you know? Could be like a military base or something. These men 6 rows away on the train had the audacity to laugh for an hour. Hearing men in this country laugh was enough to make me cry on the train for 20 minutes. Must be nice to be able to laugh these days. You actually hate people being happy. This is so weird. Wait, she's gonna hear me laughing and she's gonna start crying. This lady just asked me not to use the gears on my bike around her because it scares her kid. Why is her kid scared of gears? Plus size influencer demands airlines give her an extra free seat. Demands? What do you mean demands? You can't demand anything. If you need another seat, pay for another seat. Hey SteelSeries, I'll do something crazy for a keyboard. I'm really desperate, I'm sorry. Something crazy, like get a job and save some money to buy one on your own? No, not that crazy. Nah, being American is the best flex. As much as they pretend to hate us, they all love us. We don't hate you. We're the celebrities of nations. We're the main character. Chill. Had some idiot send their pancakes back because I put the sauce on the pancakes instead of on the side. Sent out fresh ones with caramel on the side to then watch the customer film themselves pouring it on the pancakes for Instagram. I'm gobsmacked. If your name starts with the letter J, get a free house donut today. Please go back and do E. It's really unfair to those of us who promise a special treat to our kids. My B kid got one, and now my E kid is understandably upset. Yes, I could just go buy one, but she has been really looking forward to her special E name donut. Please, for the E parents here, make it fair. Just change her name and then change it back. Teen who spent 10 hours cleaning up after protests, rewarded with a car and college scholarship. Are you kidding? There are people out there that work just as hard to keep a roof over their head and food. Do those get anything? No. They get up the next day and do the job again. That's the problem. Everyone thinks the world owes them a living. Shut up. So negative. Stop wearing artificial colognes and perfumes, please. It's a migraine trigger for not only me, but a lot of other people. You can't be this entitled, can you? When you go out in public, you can't expect others to cater to you. Also, all natural colognes and perfumes are both difficult to find and significantly more expensive. You'd rather smell other people's sweat reek? I'm sure why you're behaving like this, but it's not okay. Karen and her husband blocking parking spots for their family right around the corner. Just think of them as cones which can be moved. Sad. Why do you associate with your friend who's working as a damn waiter? Have some class and drop the friends in your life who are going nowhere. Yes, guys. Hang out with people only because of status. Even though they might make you feel awful, it's fine, guys. They're famous or they have a bunch of money. This is stupid. I'm glad it's downvoted. Well, sorry. I love your top. Where did you get it from? Not to be rude or anything, but don't you think it's odd that you want to wear the same top as me? It's from a small shop, but they don't sell them anymore, so you can't copy me. Sorry. Thinking about how different my life is from the man picking in the rice field every morning. Watch as furious DoorDasher takes customers' food back. Over $8 tip. If a mum with 3 kids and bags has 4 reserved seats for a long train journey, and you're sitting in their seats on a full carriage, don't tell them that their tickets don't matter in a posh voice, and then say you're not moving, and refuse to make eye contact. This is when you would get the train guard to, get them out of their seat maybe. And you have a reserved seat, which is taking up 4 handicapped seats. Hey, do you mind unliking my comment? It's bothering me that 48 people laugh reacted, and you only liked it. I'd prefer if you just didn't respond. I went on a date with this guy, and he paid for himself alone because I brought 2 of my friends. Men are heartless. All of you blaming me, that's unfair. A gentle man would have paid the bills and tell me politely after the date. That's the best thing to do, and not just act so immature immature. If you've brought a bunch of your friends, that's not a date at all. And you've also lied, because I don't think the guy was told this. Just been asked for a free meal for 4 in exchange for a social media post because someone has 8.9k Instagram followers. It's for my 10-course vegan menu below. Sorry, but as an industry that's barely surviving, why would anyone ask for this post? This handsome guy next to me was pumping gas into his truck. We smiled at each other and said hi. Then he came to my side, tapped his card on my machine and said, "It's on me, fill up your tank," and then left. No question, no asking me for my number. Go to Target or Kohl's then. End of discussion. Earring prices. Hello, I am writing to you because I am concerned about your earring prices. I understand they're handmade, but $20 is a bit much when I can get more at Target or Kohl's. Is there any way we can discuss pricing? Does this person know how rude they sound writing something like this? You just seem really entitled. Got this engagement ring for my ex-girlfriend. Apparently it was pure garbage. It was $2,300 brand new, never worn, size 6. It comes with a lifetime warranty. He paid $2,300 for it and he's selling it for $1,200. This man's hurt. Imagine proposing and they say the ring is garbage. I feel like men should spend $1,000 minimum on the first date. I feel like you should spend $1,000 minimum. Dude keeps calling me bro and chuckling, so I overpriced his tattoo and I'm gonna make it hurt more than any he's ever had. Taking the top layer of what? You're a psycho. You could have just said stop calling me bro in a respectful way. Dude is in for a world of hurt. I'm wiping with an alcohol-soaked rag and he goes, "Is that alcohol? That hurts, brother." So I wiped harder. You're weird. Looking for the company/persons that remove shrubs at no cost to the homeowner. Thanks. Have you tried using your own hands? I left 45 voicemails for this person's tour manager, asking them to please not use strobe lights because of my condition. Apparently they didn't receive my messages. I left with why if you have a really bad condition, like epilepsy, don't go to concerts if you don't know what's gonna happen. Just offered Chinese food to a homeless man who was begging and he said, "I can't eat that. I'm strictly vegan. Might want to loosen up on the reins for that diet, big guy." Kind of reminds me of the time I bought a homeless guy a sandwich and he looked really angry that I just didn't give him money. At Dollar General, this boomer started witching at the cashier because the card reader thing froze up and I said, "Hey, give her a break. It's not her fault." And then when she started screaming at me, everybody in line started yelling at her and she left in tears and it made me happy. 11 years ago today, me and Brittany invented the selfie. The TSA security guard said that the airline might not let me on the plane with that kind of mask. I thanked him and told him that they might hold their questions when they see my first class ticket, which they did. So if you're first class, you get to carry in normally banned stuff. Yeah, this seems like a security breed. TikToker Natalie Reynolds crying and shouting outside the TikTok headquarters because she wants her account unbanned. This is the worst Christmas haul ever. No pop, vinyls, video games, Google Play. This person's annoyed. As the Lego sets go, this one's below average. I knew my family would blow it this year. Be grateful, some people don't even have a family. One great part of being pregnant, reserved parking for new and expecting mothers. I park there every chance I get. I don't care if I've got a girl with me or not. My Uber picked me up in a 2010 car, but there's no Bluetooth or aux. Wait, when you guys go into an Uber, do you connect your phone and play music? I've never done that in my life, and I've been in hundreds of Ubers. Advertising your band's Insta by putting loose mirrors in busy public parks right where people walk their dogs. This is a horrible accident waiting to happen. They should be held responsible if a dog hurts themselves. PS5 console for sale, $730 each, no less. You guys buy houses $80K over what they're worth, and you're complaining for $130 above retail? To the owner of the black Tesla who parked behind the Orpheum on Seymour Street tonight, who told me to go screw myself after I told them they would likely get a parking ticket because of tour vehicles that were going to park there, who seemed to presume I was just some noisy civilian rather than the guy running the concert tonight. Here's a photo of the tow truck I called for your car, and a photo of me eating an ice cream cone while I watched it being towed. I don't think I've ever had an ice cream cone that tasted so sweet and refreshing. You're a demon. Woman taking up 4 spaces. Okay, 2 is bad, but not the end of the world. 4? That's the end of the world. Center, blue. This is how a politician from my country dressed up to her son's wedding. So who's getting married to who? I can't tell. When getting your gym photo is more important than the privacy of people getting changed behind you. Hi there, how are you? No response is pretty disappointing. From reading your profile, I was really excited to talk to you. Sorry about that. I check this once or twice a week because I try not to be super involved with social media.
Well, I'd prefer you be super involved with me and this. Try a little harder moving forward, is that clear?
Who do you think you are, Phil? You're blocked. You're no one. This little rodent was trying to be the center of the attention. It's okay. The best main character. Gym rules don't apply. Oh, hey, no photos, please. Yeah, no photos, but no one's in the photo. I think it's not that bad. Could be worse. Posted some pictures of my fiance and dogs. This Karen who I hadn't talked to in over a year just had to make it about her. And no, I did not see her post. Pretty slimy that you would post that, knowing damn well I had to put my German Shepherd down today. I know you saw my posts. I mean, she's grieving, but doesn't give you an excuse to be an absolute idiot. Unfriend, block, oh well. Shirtless, childless man grunts and exercises at a playground in the middle of a group of girls eating right after school. I don't think you should be working out in a children's playground, but I don't think you should really be eating in a playground either. I'm more on the girl's side. You're a grown man. Go to the gym. Or maybe do it when no one's there. My experience at the Taylor Swift movie. This girl at the airport waits until the queue moves all the way forward to move. People confronted her and she said, "It's the same if I move now or later. Want your town to be 20 miles per hour? Just do it." My town is now a 20 miles per hour zone because I decided that's the speed I'll drive. Just drive at 20 and everyone behind you also has to drive at that too. I've been doing this for a few weeks now and it's working well. I'm slowly learning not to care what the people behind think. I get to drive with an open road ahead of me. I'm at the front of the queue for every set of lights. I'm definitely not going to get into any accidents. I'm not going to run any people or pets over. You should have your license revoked. Imagine they just start going 20 miles per hour on the motorway. I guess they're in a small town, but still. Urgent alert. There is a black Jeep that just drove down our dead-end street and turned around and drove back out. And they don't live on the street. I was sitting in my driveway and they drove by me real slow. I mean, if you live in the middle of nowhere, and this doesn't happen a lot, yeah, this can kind of be urgent, but I don't know why you'd post about it. Wouldn't you just maybe make a report if you were really that worried? The dress, the hair, and makeup girl wore to my friend's beach wedding. My patient of 6 years just died and left me 4.1 million. I'm about to quit my job and move into her luxury home that she also left me. It even has a balcony and a jacuzzi. Life is great. I'm so blessed. I'll take all my friends on all-inclusive luxury vacations. Seems predatory. Did you manipulate an old person just before they died? Yo, how much for exclusives? I've got the money ready. Your beats are fire. Depends on the beat. The throwaways I'll sell for like 60. What about $20? Buy a basic license. I don't sell exclusives for that cheap. I want an exclusive, bro. Then pay the full amount. I can't, that's my budget. Then buy a basic lease. The bride whose wedding cake was a life-size version of herself is pretty MC behavior. I mean, I don't think it's that bad. It's kind of funny. Would I do it? No. Hey, if you weren't informed by Mike, it's mine and Christian's wedding next month. If you're buying us gifts, the requirement for us... What? You have a requirement for gifts? What, you're saying that you want something over $250? Yep. Well, don't expect me coming. I would laugh, and I wouldn't respond. They wouldn't be my friend. Hey, you wouldn't happen to on the off chance swap this for an Xbox One? Why are you calling me at 12:30 a.m.? I'm sleeping. Sorry, my bad. I normally don't go to bed until like 2. I don't care. Not appropriate. Zero consideration. My bad. Won't happen again. It's a sad day when you spend almost 40 grand at a car dealership and they give it to you with the gas tank on E and no free keychain. Krispy Kreme is giving away donuts and coffee to teachers next week. How about the parents that had all the work at home? We really became the teachers without a paycheck. First time walking on this street without being recognized. I would understand if it's Justin Bieber, but I don't know who you are. Sorry. Looking for a reliable babysitter who won't be picky about pay. 1 star. Tried to book a table for my daughter's birthday party. Unfriendly service. Refusing to speak other language than French and not willing to offer any special treatment for my daughter on her special day. Absolute disappointment. I think this was in France too. I love the supporting of local restaurants, but they should try to meet people halfway and offer discounts on to-go dinners. They are not the only ones hurting financially. This is a bad take. The lady sat in my window seat and she gave me the, does it matter if it's an aisle or window seat? Look, yes, that's why you stole my seat. Now excuse me as I look out this window and fart non-stop during this flight because you don't know how to behave. Bride wants bridesmaid to pay $30,000 for upstaging her on the wedding day. Very disappointed that not one of the thousands of you even sent or money for gifts. Can't even celebrate now. Have you heard of getting a job, maybe? Sorry, that is a slur, but I only eat at expensive restaurants. Nothing more, nothing less. That's just my standard and the man must always treat. So if a dude took you to Texas Roadhouse or like Outback or something, you wouldn't be grateful? No. Personally, I would eat the food, entertain him for the night until he takes me home, then block his number. Can't be with no broke man. You gotta be joking. No, I'm very serious. Please speak English. Who the hell are you? I'm German. I will speak my language. How am I supposed to read your tweets if they're in German? Go learn another language. language then. Just don't read the tweets. Why do you need to read their tweets? Forcing my boyfriend to watch all 5 Twilight movies. Boyfriend? Best friend? I really hope this isn't BF as a boyfriend. It's generally disappointing. I don't know why you Twitter girls don't make it obvious you're taken. I literally for 2 weeks would check your tweets for your mental health and see if you're okay. And you have a boyfriend? Is he a Chad? I'm traveling world. Could you support me, please? Sydney woman charged with stealing Christmas donations for volunteer firefighters. To the woman in Aldi who was in front of me at the checkout with 107 items and didn't let me jump in front of you with my pack of beer and crisps. If you get home and are looking for your gourmet burgers and chocolate biscuits, I flung them underneath the counter where the bags are. My man. If there was one person behind me, they had like hardly any items and I was doing a massive shop, I would let them go in front. But if I'm in their position and someone didn't let me go in front, I wouldn't then maliciously ruin their shopping. No. Hi, is this still available? Is this a deal? How can you deliver to Darlington? Hi, but I can't deliver to Darlington and 155 is the best I can do. So how then do I get it? POV. You're the main character in your small boring town full of people who dress, talk, and act the same. We all are NPCs and we're all main characters. But people who don't think they're NPCs are NPCs. Do you say something if you're sitting there? I think I would say something, yeah. I wouldn't like this. This girl who I was friendly with was telling me about how her parents died in a car accident. And I had to tell her to shut up. Car accidents are a big trigger for me. And she just trauma dumped without even asking. I'm not giving you sympathy for triggering me. I don't know why she was telling you about that, but maybe she just trusted you or wanted to talk to you because she thought she was friendly with you. Friendly friends, you know? You can talk about stuff with friends, maybe? But no, she bought it ready for everyone to ask about her lobster onesie and go viral. I was reading the guidelines for the money they're wanting to send. The cutoff is 75,000. That's ridiculous. Gonna give them to everyone. I'd love to be remotely close to 75k a year. They could keep their 1k. We make that in store poor. I feel like the more Luke works, the less we get. You would hate to actually be poor then. I could do all kinds of things with that much money a year, especially for all 3 kids. Anyone have a Nintendo Switch they don't want or just don't play anymore? I'm still without one and I want to play the new Animal Crossing so bad. The question is, can you give it back to me in like a month or 2? I want one to keep, not borrow. Jesus. So you could have had the opportunity to have one, borrow one for a month to play the game that you want to play, but you basically said, no, I'm greedy. I don't want to do that. I want to keep it. This video hurts my brain. How do I force my artist friend to work for free? Put a gun to his or her. No. Why do you expect artists to work for free when no one else does? PlayStation 5 demand is surging. I've watched all your videos on YouTube and I like it the way you explain the specs and features. So now maybe I deserve a reward. Can I ask for a phone, your oldest phone for my daughter? Education here goes digital and I can't afford to give her one. I lost my job. He's just shooting his shot. But if he's commenting this under every tweet, then yeah, it's annoying. Your language is disgusting, Philly. My 6-year-old heard you say frick 5 times in 40 seconds. You are a respectable adult who the youth looks up to. I'm disgusted with you. My son wanted his haircut like yours. I mean, my recommendation is your 6-year-old probably shouldn't be watching my show in the first place. Go away, stop advertising. This is the Rainbow Six Siege subreddit. Fun fact, I pre-ordered this game. I own the collector's edition. I supported this game during its first not so great months. Game only exists now because of people like me. Have some respect. This guy's describing me, but I'm not sitting here typing this. I played Siege in the first season. Well, something interesting happened today. So someone was threatening furries near my school, so I continued walking. But later in the hall, he walked into me and threatened me at knife point. I broke his knife and slammed him into the wall. Does this happen? Some a-hole in Walmart asked me why I was going down the wrong side of the aisle and why I wasn't wearing a mask. I said, because this is America, you spineless idiot. Don't let your fear interfere with my freedom. His face. You sure you could see his whole face? I think he was wearing a mask and you weren't. Maybe that was your